what? We are love.
Hey, guess what? It's Jess the Ska Kid and a night of the round table.
Usually just me. Give points.
And on the phone this evening with us is Stop the Presses! Hi, guys.
Hey, hello.
We'll do quick introductions, your name, and what it is that you do in your band.
Okay. I am Culotta. I sing and play keys.
Danny Portilla. I play guitar and I sing and do other stuff.
Like all of them, the other stuff?
No, just, I don't know, whatever we need. Currently, I'm, taking apart and putting back together a tour vehicle.
Oh, that's kind of important to have, I guess, currently, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So, Allie, you reached out to me probably about a month ago after you had seen the Skywalkers, and I was stoked because as you were sending me stuff, I'm like, these people are going on tour with the prize fighters who we've had, and then also the Pandemics and Ego and the Maniacs and all these people now that I know them, another one I met, hi. So I'm glad that you guys reached out to us.
Yeah.
You're also unique, and let's tell the viewers, you're a two-piece.
No.
No?
We're not. We're a 6-piece band.
Okay.
We're a 6-piece band. Right. But
that's what you see live. That's what it takes to make it work.
Yeah, we play it live.
But Ali and I are kind of like the central bits of it. We write the songs and stuff and put it together. And we're very fortunate to have the people with us that we have with us right now. Sorry, I gotta
quiet. Why are you giving her treats?
Because she's gotta learn quiet.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You guys.
Anyway, so among Stop the Presses being our baby, we also have dogs that are our babies.
Fur babies.
We have cats, so he jumps up.
We have a cat as well.
Well, hopefully he's not trying to knock your camera over. Ours, we have to try to shoo from our tripod when we do this show so that he doesn't knock things over. So you guys, I read, a little bit of what you had sent me as far as the history of who you were after we had started talking. And if I surmise correctly, you are from Florida but now have relocated to New York?
Yes.
Okay. So why don't you give some back history as to how Stop the Presses came to be? Because you two are the founding members who then have hired guns, I would say, as a group.
I mean, sort of in a way, we're the... Yeah, so Stop the Presses started as kind of an organic, project between friends in South Florida. And, the longer you get into it, the harder it is to keep all of that going. Part of that was we wanted to leave South Florida because it was, we love Florida to death. It's a great place to be. It's a great place to tour from. But we wanted to hit other areas, and, there's always kind of the long drive out of Miami to get to other parts of the country. So we just, we wanted a change of pace and new things to do. And up here, we've just, been looking for people who want to be solid members. And hopefully we've found a really good team at this point now who want to be, in the project. And hopefully that will be the direction we get to go in again.
Yeah, since we've been here. Mm-hmm.
So how long ago did you move to New York? And what would you say is the difference between those two very dramatically different scenes?
I'm sorry, what why did you...
When did you move, and what are the differences between the two scenes?
We moved to New York 4 years ago. And the difference, I would say, it's hard because in Miami it was mid 2000s and stuff that we just were playing music down there. So the scene already was different. So once it started to get like 2015 and stuff, the scene in Miami, you know, we had a little community there, but we just really couldn't tour much. And touring is so important to us as a band. We really like to hit the road, and we couldn't, like I said, driving out of Florida takes forever, you know? It's like 10 hours to get out of Florida, so you can't do a lot of runs from there. I mean, it is possible, but we just couldn't get a lot of time off.
You can do just Florida tours.
Yeah, and we kind of done that. Like we were playing Florida numerous times with some really great bands down there. You know, the Duppies. We met an Australian band, the Resignators. Florida Ska events put on by Jeff Ritchie are like incredible shows, and he really helps bands that are touring. And we also were helping bands come down to Miami, you know, local and touring acts to put on shows. We just kind of seemed like we needed a change of pace. So I would say the difference in the scene here in New York is that you can really hit more cities. You know, you can drive a few hours and be in Philly, or you can drive a few more hours and be in D.C. And so for us, it was just like, need to change of pace, need to hit, you know, some new cities. You know, we really wanted to explore some new sounds and work with new people with music. And we had the pleasure of working with Agent J from the Slackers on this new record, and that was cool. So that was a bonus of moving to New York. But yeah, it's been 4 years. We've been here 4 years, July 1st.
So now that you've kind of been established, because New York is so fucking large, and now we're kind of starting to have more like East Coast bands reach out to us. Like, are you all? Yeah. Are you all working together to like build upon each other's success, or is it kind of like a niche community that's like, no, you guys have like Manhattan, we have the Bronx, like that sort of thing?
It's communal, yeah.
Super communal. All of New York is all of New York, like as far as.
And even just the Northeast, like New England, we played with a few New England bands, the Hempsteadies, who were like, we played with them and they just became family. Like they're awesome people. And there's a lot of bands like that here. We're excited to play with Pandemics. We actually have like been to a ton of shows and just haven't had a bill together. So this is fun for us also. Telfers, my God, we just did the Mephistopheles show. So I would say that we all, I mean, you know how ska is. We all like try to help each other to create more of a theme, you know?
Let's slow you down right there 1 second. You ever been into the Midwest?
No.
So we know what ska is supposed to be like, but for some reason, it would seem that it almost dies in certain areas because there is this idea that we should be in competition when that is the complete antithesis of what this genre is all about.
Yeah, we're not trying to fuck with that.
Yay! There's a wonderful band from Florida called the Trees of Life that James White has said in numerous interviews we've done with him. No one wins the concert. No one wins the concert.
No one wins the concert.
Well, it is good to hear. I think that, you know, in other genres as well, that it is kind of super competitive. We've had not ska bands from New York tell us that, like, it's really hard to get a show, even in their own city. So,
I mean, New York proper, even anywhere in the city, it's like the hardest part about New York is that you're up against a lot of different stuff every night. You know, New York is massive, and there's a ton of culture going on and all this stuff, and you're up against a lot of stuff every night of the week. Yeah, you know, shows are smaller here in the city itself. Some are great, some are, you know, definitely more local. But it, you know, if you get, you know, into that like nice circuit of like Ali was saying, of, you know, the four states around us kind of bond together in a way that really rocks, and it helps to make up for some of that. You don't have to play in New York all the time. You can, you know, drive a few hours and go see your friends and have a really great show. And, you know, every now and then you play in New York and it'll be great. Genuinely.
I do think, though, that, like, punk and ska, and this is, like, I feel like they've always had their own scene, though. You know, so as like, punk and ska bands always kind of work together to put together shows so you can bring more people out. And I don't know if other genres do that. I've seen a few of our friends, we have tons of musician friends here in the city that have their own things. You know, they have their own original projects, and I always wonder if it is harder for them. And I feel like, yeah, that's why we love ska.
Yeah, and that's what we should be teaching. Like, hey, friend,
yeah,
you should do a mix.
Everyone plays ska. No, just kidding.
Your show and like all of the online community that really helps to bring all of these cities together, even farther cities. It's so damn great. I can't even tell you.
Yeah, and like even this documentary, the premiere that the ska movie that just came out. Oh my gosh, that was so like, you know, awesome.
Yes, that's going to be
Talk
playing
about
in
the history
Chicago.
of it, and it's always been kind of like that.
Mm-hmm. So we had played you guys last week, Thursday, some of the stuff that you had sent me, Allie, and that was so fun. I really love your sound. So let's talk about this new album you have coming out and this tour that you guys are going on. And
yeah.
You know, Agent J just keeps popping up all over the place. We've got the Royal Architects he's worked with, the Classy Rex, you guys, the Pandemics. I mean, the list now is becoming exhaustive. So tell us about this album and how it came to be, and how long you've been working on it.
We had probably since we had relocated to New York. We were trying to get acclimated here. It was, you know, just a tough city. Oh, it's a tough city. And we were just getting acclimated, and we just, you know, the creative juices just started happening. We started writing all these tunes, and then it was like, you know, okay, well, we got to record them, so what do we want to do next?
Yeah, it was kind of a combination of like slowly getting some ideas together and then finally getting enough momentum to give ourselves a deadline and being like, all right, now we have to be done for this to make this happen. And we asked a dear friend of ours, Ruben, who we grew up with in the scene in Miami as well, to fill in on drums for a little bit just so we can start figuring stuff out. And we worked on everything, and we demoed in earnest every part of the song that we wanted to record for the first time ever. We'd always just kind of like written in the room as a band and, you know, like sort of standardized parts, but not really had a chance to isolate stuff, you know, the way that you would, you know, as an engineer or whatever. And that made a huge difference for us, was like really properly demoing everything. So when we went to Jay, which onto itself was just, even asking him was such a funny experience for us, because we gushed and, like, you know, acted silly about it. And then he, you know, just very succinctly, you know, we wrote him a whole bunch of stuff, introduction, a preamp.
We were like, what if he doesn't like these songs? And
we went through all this stuff, and we wrote him this big long message about, like, hey, we'd love to work with you, you know, this thing, and, you know, it's totally cool, you know, don't worry about it, and all that stuff. She's just like, yeah, sounds great, send me some stuff. And yeah, he was working on a couple of things already for a couple of different bands. And I'm a big fan of Crazy Baldhead, his own stuff, which I know that he works on himself. So, you know, that was for us, like, to get, like, all right, this is like, fuck it, we're here, let's go for it. What is to go for it, you know, for us? And it was like, let's see if Jay wants to get in on this. And he did, and he was great.
Yeah, and when you just mentioned also, which is kind of cool, he had just recorded The Fuss from D.C. Mm-hmm. So it was like he had just done them. That's another band that's a great band that we, you know, had the pleasure of playing with while we've been up here too. And it was like right after that we got to play.
That's awesome. So then you recorded, you sent him your stuff, and he mix mastered you, yeah?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, he was very present in the studio as well.
So
Just like he's honestly, I gotta say that his hand is perfectly balanced. Josh Hahn over at the Relic Room engineered. You know, we went to tape for the first time ever and all this stuff. And Jay was just said really positive stuff, like very well put, very short sentences, well explained. You know, like let us have our vision for it and enhanced it just very well. I can't say enough. It was a great experience, definitely.
So now this comes out when?
It just came out on CD and digital, like 10 days ago, on the 4th of July.
Okay.
Born on the 4th of July. So you can listen to it on streaming platform of your choice, Spotify, you know, Apple Music, iTunes, Deezer, I don't know, Amazon, Pandora, CD Baby. You can purchase it through our website and all that stuff, and then our vinyl are being pressed right now, and they will be on the road with us.
Awesome. Yeah. How do you go about making vinyl?
Well, you have to master it differently. So
Right.
you have a mastered version for digital CD, and then you need a different version for for vinyl. So that's why actually, and it takes a while because they have to do test press, which means that they have to make sure that it sounds good and everything, that there's no errors. And ours had so much space that it had some errors. It had 2 errors, which is why it's a little later than we wanted. We have a lot of stuff on this record. So anyway, but it's coming. They're coming soon. We'll have them on the road with us. And what else? Oh, and when we recorded at the Relic Room, we used all vintage beer. The Relic Room is a beautiful place that has all what even an 8 in order the recording to tape.
Yeah, we recorded the 8-track tape, which was I think it was maybe it was 16 track. I think it was 16 out 2 or something like that. Tape, which you have to do straight through. You can't mess up and come back and punch it in, at least for bass tracking and stuff like that. And we also had only a few days to do it, so we had to get it right.
Yeah, and the idea was that we already wanted the album to sound really retro and vintage and warm, and so absolutely, we knew that we had to release this on vinyl. That's really where it was going to come to life, and I gotta tell you, it sounds really good. We're really, really happy with it. Great, but it is a process. It does take a while.
So, how many vinyl records will you have pressed?
300.
So, make sure that you guys who are listening, paying attention, etc., get to a show and purchase them. Would you say that probably records are one of the hottest merch items that goes quickest?
Yes.
Yeah. In it's kind of whatever. I'm not going to get too deep into it because I have ideas about all this kind of stuff. But music in general is kind of past the period of ownership with subscription-based stuff taking over everything. Nobody quote-unquote buys music anymore. You don't have to. So there's no real commodity in music per se anymore in that way. And the way that you can reinsert commodity into it to something that's has a limited number and has a value and a degradation period. Vinyl is really, really important in that way, and it sounds the best. It deserves it in every single way. It really is just the perfect medium for enjoying music if you're really serious about enjoying music. And I think that people really pick up on that, and I kind of feel like records might be here to stay, just as the perfect combination of a response to the market right now, and also just the fact that it's the best quality. I guess one is the cause of the other, right?
It can be like a collector's kind of thing too.
Yeah.
That's, CDs when you were a kid, or tapes.
They're harder to take with you in the car, though.
Yeah.
But I do like where you were going with, I could see your antithesis building here as far as music being a commodity. I would like to raise the bar and challenge that if all of us stopped believing in all of that need to pay other people to distribute on platforms, and we did it ourselves, that we could make music a commodity again.
That should be the hat right there.
The hat?
Make music a commodity again.
Yes, right. Make music a commodity again. Because, see, my view and what I believe is that if I am in a band, and I have been, and we've recorded, we put all of our music on any social platform ourselves. We did not use a distributor, so we didn't lose publishing rights. And those other markets allowed us to maintain ourselves and see royalties from it. Is it a slow go? Yeah, but digital marketing anyway is a slow gain. And when you use a distributor or a major platform, they're gaining most of your money anyway. So
Right.
make music a commodity again.
Make music a commodity. T-shirt.
So you're hitting the road. We'll talk about tours and prices of things now. If somebody listening wants to pick up a new fresh press from Stop the Presses, they can get it as you are on tour, and for how much?
So if you're going through our website, you can get the CD, a physical copy of the CD for $10 plus shipping. A digital copy is $8, which will be delivered right to you. The vinyl is $20 on line. Actually, it's all the same prices in person also.
Yeah.
There's no difference.
Are you shushing your babies?
My best friend FaceTimed me in the middle of this interview, and I'm like,
Hi, best friend.
Yeah. Say hi to Jess the Ska kid.
Hi. You can watch this on our
My dog
Facebook show.
in the camera. Anyway, I love you. I'll talk to you later.
Prices.
Yes, on the prices. Yes, we were. So yeah, you can buy the vinyl for $20 plus shipping, and all of that is also available on the road with us, along with some really cool enamel pins, stickers, T-shirts, beanies. We have a coloring book.
You have a coloring book?
We have a limited edition coloring book, and the supplies are running out, folks.
So, wow, way cool merch item. I haven't seen the coloring book yet. So, who does all of your merch for you? Do you have like a friend that's an artist and then you go have things made? Or are you going out into the community?
No, Danny. Danny is our.
Yeah, actually,
That's one of your duties?
Yeah, this is one of my.
And I do stuff.
Yeah, Ali, I was a graphic designer for like 10 years. I now like teach guitar because I just wanted to get away from doing design work. But yeah, like I went to school for graphic design and stuff like that. That was always like my square job.
And I just feed him the ideas. I'm like, hey.
But also, Ali also has like been learning how to do a lot of like video editing and stuff like that. So a lot of the clips that we've been showing on our Instagram recently have been made by fucking Ali Culotta, man.
Thank you, Brandon.
And we're super big believers in DIY. And it's not to say like, cause like you go on everybody's like Instagram now, and it's like, some clever name, and then it's like photographer, rapper, producer, model, and part-time bartender as well.
Manager.
Yeah, I know, and it's like I know that there's this defensive Renaissance culture now again and everything, but I'm not like. Well, I'm not trying to. Yeah, I'm not a hustler trying to like do all those things for everybody. It's just we need to save money and we need to also keep up with a digital world that's like advanced, and we gotta like be on our shit.
Yeah.
Plus, if you keep it in house, the quality I think is a little bit higher because you're not fighting with anyone but yourselves.
You mean each other.
Well, I mean, do your other band members contribute as far as making merch items, helping press pins, that sort of thing?
Not anymore. That was a Florida thing, which we loved our Florida crew very much. But yeah, we kind of like do it ourselves. One thing that we did try to carry over was the DIY or the local, support your local, scene kind of stuff. We tried to get as much merch as we could made locally in Miami when we lived in Miami, and the same thing here in New York. We try to get everything, made out here as much as possible, like our T-shirts, our stickers. Funny enough, actually, our CDs were still pressed in South Florida.
Yeah, but it's good to help like local businesses and stuff. So
Yeah,
that's why
totally.
we did our CDs that way. Our records, the same thing, small business.
Actually, in the Midwest, they
Yeah.
got a groove.
Got a good record.
Got a groove record.
The merch out in Connecticut.
Right, our T-shirts are from Etiquette, and it's actually being pressed by one of the Hempsteadies.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. See?
Yeah.
Yes.
Unity community. That's how it's supposed to be.
We definitely believe in that.
Heck yeah.
Help and support, support small businesses, support local bands, and support each other.
So, speaking of support, let's get to tour information. So,
Yeah.
chart this tour for us. Tell us where you're going, who you're playing with, and when this is happening. I know that next Friday the 26th at Reggie's with Jay Navarro and the Pilfers and the Prize Fighters, you guys will be playing there with DJ Chuck Wren. So,
Yeah, which is extremely exciting. We have not been to Chicago, and we have not played with, the Prize Fighters, and we have not played with Jay Navarro, and so that's just really stoked on that. The tour starts next Tuesday. Buffalo Ironworks, and that's got, some Toy Box Brigade and Pilfers. We're basically doing this run with the Pilfers, and Cooley's just been such a great guy here in New York and has supported us. So.
Yeah, man. I honestly, Cooley helping us out, basically bringing us on tour was he had Adam Smith from Elevation Booking reach out to us and basically say, like, kind of like one of those things that you always hope somebody will say to you.
well, and shout out to him
hey,
because he's watching.
Yeah, hey, this cool, person that everybody knows said that your band is pretty cool and he'd like to bring you out on tour. What do you say? And it was like, I say, yeah.
So yeah, so we they've been gracious to have us along. So we start in Buffalo next week. They were playing the Toledo, Hialeah show. That's the one that has Pandemics on it, and the Egomaniacs. What was it?
Ego and the Maniacs.
Maniacs. Ego and the Maniacs. And then the Reggie, St. Louis, Flamingo Cantina.
Yeah, the staple. We love that place.
Yeah, it's a great place. And then we've got like a Hard Rock casino date, and then we're still just kind of like getting the rest of the tour together right now.
Right. We're playing Long Beach and
Denver.
Yeah, and Denver. dotted in there, and then there's a couple of other things in the middle that are coming together.
Well, if you
But,
need
yeah,
if you need help out west,
it's a big old thing.
if you needed help out west, let us know because we can help with that.
Oh, that's very,
Actually,
very
might
helpful.
take
Yeah.
you up on that towards the
Yeah, on the way back home.
on the way back home. Yeah.
Going home.
How many days is this run gonna be?
It's looking like it's going to be like around 24 days a total, and maybe about 16 or 17 shows.
Damn. How
Yeah.
we've had a few. So we had Houston and the Dirty Rats come on the show, and they did 100 shows, 100 days, 100 shows, 100 days. These fucking guys kill. They came home for like a week and went back out on the road. They're gonna come back. I mean, that's all they do is tour. They go home, really, I think, maybe to eat, change clothes, maybe, and then like go back on tour.
Clog a toilet or two.
It's one or the other, man. It's a light switch.
So what?
Yeah.
Yep.
My question is how, because we had asked them too, how are you able to say, I'm pausing life and I'm going away for a month?
You-
able.
You gotta have really solid infrastructure.
Yeah.
You gotta be, basically.
Yeah.
Part of it is, once again, is not doing it completely for free. And that's where having people vouch for you, comes in. Like I said, Cooley and Adam from Elevation, speaking for us is helping partially, and that's really all you can hope for is you can strive to get to the point where you play good enough shows that you can actually, not lose money every day.
Yeah.
Right. So,
Yeah.
so with you guys, how was it coordinating this tour with how many others? 6 of you total?
Actually, surprisingly, not too bad. Our drummer right now, who is becoming more like in the band, I would say. He helped us with the record. Jack Good, incredible drummer here. He's worked with some other people as well. Jack was on board kind of from the beginning, which was awesome. And also one of our singers is kind of a regular here in New York. And again, a lot of our friends fill in with us on a regular basis, and we just love playing with all these cool, down-ass people here in New York. So, it's just the timing, I think, was right with this crew. Honestly, it's a great group, and it's been pretty fun putting it together. Yeah.
So far, the collection of people have been like really easy. Honestly, really, really easy and really professional, and that helps a lot. Your team, has to be good.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think a lot of and all of us, really, all 6 of us are musicians. And here in New York, kind of live this life of, you take whatever kind of music gigs you can get. Like Danny and I both have day jobs, like music teachers and stuff, private lessons. And, but then we also we'll do shows and play this show or that show, or Danny will do sound sometimes. And so I think a lot of our friends have a similar lifestyle. And New York is one of those places that gives you that opportunity that you actually can live off of just music here. So everyone that's really with us on this tour is a musician that lives, the gypsy lifestyle, right? No. That's gypsy.
So,
Can you in
What?
Romany or microtic, whatever.
I don't
Anyway,
know. These are big words, Danny.
You were saying?
I was going to say, now that you have a new album and you're going on tour, what is the goal of your group? When you get back to New York, what does the future hold for you folks?
More music, more touring.
Yeah, we're already working on new songs. We have this cool idea for what we want to release next. To do it in chunks, and then make it kind of like something that's on purpose. And we have, possibly a music video coming up in the works when we get right when we come back from tour, which is going to be really cool. And then, hitting the studio and hitting the road, hitting the studio, hitting the road.
Yeah. And that's a lot of our, like, music mentors here have told us, that it's one of the most important things I think you can do as a band is to release music and then tour the music. You gotta get to the cities where people haven't heard you before and get it out there. And so that's really always been our motto with Stop the Presses, and as much as we haven't been able to make it possible. And now it's becoming possible.
How did you come up with the name? I love that name.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was laughing. We were just talking about this the other night with a friend. So Danny and I have been playing music together for like 10 years. And we were in this other band, and I think it was around time that we started dating and that whole thing, that the band just hideously fell apart. And, so it sucked. Danny had to move into my one-bedroom, beautiful Miami Beach apartment, and and we were still writing music. Danny and I have always written music together. We've always been, like, the melodic instruments, we've just always been the songwriters. Even in our old band, we were the songwriters. So we started writing music again after that band broke up. And we had some songs, actually, like on our first EP, the first Stop the Presses EP. There's like 3 songs on there that we were just playing as a duo, an actual duo, just guitar and keys. And down there we had a lot of friends who were into art and poetry and spoken word and actors and dancers. And we had this thing, a little community called the Artist Collective.
Extravaganza.
Artist. Yes. And a good friend of ours, Holly, was like, hey, do you guys want to play some music? And we were like, sure, we'll play a few of these new songs, which I think was Sweetheart and Freedom Pack, right? Yeah. So anyway, so we're like, okay, sure. And we just like kept saying, okay, what do I call you guys? And we just kept like ghosting her. We were just like,
We kept putting it off, and then she was finally like, hey, I'm printing the flyers tonight. You need to tell me something, or I'm going to write down Danny and Alex and play music.
And when we texted her back, we were like, stop the presses.
Like, whoa, stop the presses.
And then we both like did it, and we looked at it, and we were just like, hey, that's kind of cool. So then we were like, yeah, that's the name. Just put that on the flyer. So we ran with it. Yeah.
That's great.
It's a weird name. It doesn't really make any sense, but it's great.
It does, because you get to yell at people, stop the presses! And they're like, what? And you're like, no, that's the band. So it's like exhilarating and almost like, oh, shock and awe. Like you don't know if you're yelling at someone or not. It's great. And the exclamation point is the selling point. So, as we are approaching the top of the hour, and I do want to make room to, again, feature one of the other songs that you had sent us, give us very briefly, the people listening, in closing, where they can find you. Besides on tour, happening next week Tuesday.
They can find us on our website, which is stopthepressesmusic.com. That has, okay, so they can find us on that. They can also find us on Facebook, /StopThePressesMusic, Instagram, StopThePressesMusic, Twitter, all of those handles. You wanted to add something? No? Okay. Then yeah, that's where you can find us. And then, yeah. Or here in Brooklyn.
Awesome. And next Tuesday, Buffalo.
And Buffalo, next Tuesday on the 26th, they can meet us in Chicago, and we can meet you in Chicago.
For me, this is a food tour as much as it is any other kind of tour. I'm going to have hot wings in Buffalo. I'm definitely going to try to get a deep dish pie, a legit deep dish pie in Chicago.
Then you gotta get three things in Chicago. You gotta get a hot dog and a hot beef then, man.
Oh, I gotta get a hot beef, yes.
Oh,
That's what I need, the inside track, dude.
We gotta get these places.
Y'all gotta let me know what's up.
we just did. So, next week for my square job, I recruit foster parents for Racine County. I have to work the Racine County Fair. I'm going to fly from there down to Chicago is our plan. Because all of the bands will have been on our show. Because we have Cooley joining us Thursday. So everyone will have been on the show, and we're just, it's like an obligation. We need to come meet you all.
Sounds awesome.
Yes.
That awkward silence.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's, we stopped the presses. You see? Well placed name. So, Buffalo on Tuesday. Tuesday, though, if you are watching this, this is a part one of a part two. These folks are going to record themselves and send it, and we're going to play it and record it so you can see if for some reason they aren't coming to your town. You get an opportunity on our show. We are so privileged to have this video to show you all. So, thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah.
Thank you
for
so much.
having us.
And I guess in about a week we'll probably meet you in person.
Yeah.
Totally. Awesome.
All
Can't
right.
wait.
Drive safe. Be well. I hope the start of your tour goes amazingly, and we're going to let you folks go so that we can play some of your music.
Awesome.
Thanks so much.
Okay? Thanks, guys.
Good night, guys.
That was Allie and Dan from Stop the Presses. They are playing with Jay Navarro, the Pilfers, and the Prize Fighters. Thursday night, Cooley is going to, from the Pilfers, is going to be on our show. So we will have all of the bands that are playing in Chicago have been on our show. That's fucking awesome. Thank you to Elevation Booking. Adam is the one who set that up, and he started watching our show on Sunday, or commenting at least if you had been a prior fan. Sorry. I don't know. I don't get to see everybody who pays attention to our page, but thank you for helping us spread the joys of music, because it is my philosophy that if we all work together, we can really get rid of the big man that is the corporate scum that run this world. Hey, sorry. I don't know why I'm unplugging that. Do you see that?
I totally saw it.
So I am losing my voice because it is getting super hot and sticky and gross.
It's hot. It's fucking humid as fuck.
It's gonna be like 104 the next few days. And so Hell has been invited to Wisconsin finally after the deep freeze that was the 7th layer of Hell, which was this winter.
Too, yeah.
So it's fucking with my throat and my brain. I apologize. But other updates and fun things. So Thursday we will have Cooley from the Pilfers joining us for a phone interview. We're gonna play some of their music as well. And then every Sunday night, Sunday, live at Union Park Tavern in Kenosha, Wisconsin, you get to catch live music. It's our show live for only $5. You get to support underground music, 2 bands, and a featured artist. This past week we had Deadly Friend and Wizard Hammer. We had fucking Gandalf. Gandalf the Grey fucking played music for us. It was wonderful. It was a lot of fun. Deadly Friend, super fun guys. You know, it's interesting in music. You watch people and you're like, I know you. And then they come up to you and they're like, remember when I met you in this band? And you're like, no, duh, sorry. So, it's fun. Thank you for supporting us. I want to find some Stop the Presses because we did play them Thursday, but I think to close things out, we should play them as well. What do you think?
I think we should.
Yeah, I think we should. Sorry. Maybe if I can learn how to work this, we can do that. Sorry, guys. Thanks for bearing with me. Any other news?
Should finally figure it out before the operating system fails.
Wow. Hey, Kif has an art show coming up at a fucking porn store.
Yes.
So.
The third week in August?
No.
Or the second week?
The second Saturday in September.
September. Fuck August then. It's a little sex shop.
Of horrors?
Downtown here in Kenosha. I will be the featured artist of the night. It's a cool little shop. It's pretty neat. I've never really known of its existence until past weekend, and it's gonna be pretty cool.
Cooley from the Pilfers, Thursday night. Sunday night, we have Nowhere Don't Care, which is a surf band from Chicago joining us. That show has kind of become a hodgepodge of ridiculous because the band from Kenosha said we can't do it anymore. I have some words of advice. Stop fucking being 12. Y'all got fucked along the way. Puberty happened. Y'all seen each other naked or shared other people's naked. Everyone, it would seem, in Kenosha is an Eskimo brother at this point. Get the fuck over it. Or, if you don't know how to get along, politely remove yourself from the situation. Ta-da. Make music adult again. It can be fun, but there should be, like, parameters, okay?
A few.
Anyways.
At least.
We're going to play some Stop the Presses for you to close out our show this evening. This is Wasted Youth, and next Tuesday we will have the video they made. If you missed the Ska Walkers, go back and watch that. Everything we do is edited, posted on YouTube, and all of the music videos that we make go back to the bands so that they can advertise who they are themselves, because this is just like one free marketing platform for them to utilize. And so if you missed anything, go back. But these guys were the first people to be revolutionary in recording a video that we played on our TV in the dark. So it'll be movie time next week.
Even though our show might seem low budget AF, but we still have a level of professionalism, and we want to get you heard.
Like we played a band from Norway last week. How fucking awesome. A ska scene is starting to pop up in Norway. And they were like, we found you, play our shit. So, you want to be heard all over the world? We're a medium to do so. But it does require your assistance. So if you are watching, and you do like this show, or you think that we're just absolutely ridiculous, or you have friends that are in bands, there's a lot of things that we do to help promote music. Number one, for all of this to work, go to the community page. It says invite friends. Click all and invite all of your friends. If you have friends that are in bands who want their music heard, shoot us a message, send us their music, send your friend's band to this page. Mondays have seemed to die off, but now that there's more people, it would seem watching.
Oh, yeah.
This is like encouraged participation. If you have merchandise, you take a picture of said merch item. This is a promotion called Merch Monday. You post it on our page. You write a short description. You put an @link to the band and hashtag finish your post with Merch Monday. Then we share it all over our platforms.
But yes, honestly, it's been a minute since we had received any new merch. We did get a couple of things from Deadly Friend. But
yes.
You can also send us some stuff. We'll share it. So you will be known that way as well.
And say you can't get on the show this year, or you can't make it for some reason this way, send us your music. We make playlists, because now we follow everybody on YouTube, Bandcamp, Spotify, etc. Jess the Ska Kid is like a band that isn't a band. We're everybody's band! Ah! We're like the ultimate band mom. We tell you when you should eat, where you should poop, how to get a show, where to do your laundry, if you need an artist, etc., and so forth. So, because it is almost 9 o'clock, we are going to, or 9 o'clock, holy shit, 10! It's my bedtime, goddammit! Stop the Presses, Wasted Youth. You can catch their new album on all streaming new stuff. Catch them in Buffalo, catch them in Chicago, catch them in Long Beach. Buy their shit, check them out. You can find them on our stuff. Here we go. was Stop the Presses, Wasted Youth. They're from New York now, relocated from Miami. However, they go on tour next Tuesday starting in Buffalo, and they are going on tour with Pilfers. Cooley will be on our show on Thursday. Thank you so much for joining us, and I look forward to reading all of the comments that have come through.
Yes, we've had quite a
Thanks for the
response to
support,
this.
you
Yes.
guys! Wow! We'll have to do a whiskey night where it's just stupid, ridiculous, Jess, and like records, because Kiff is a records guy. So it'll be fun. We should do one of
I
those.
like records. Wink, wink, wink.
Hey, we help support your music. Give us free stuff. It's like PBS. Like donate
Yeah,
it to the
yes,
cause.
yes.
So,
Those are
anyways,
giant what is that? Rotary dials with the giant
like a
shoulder
telethon.
rests on them anymore.
I want one for my phone at work though. So we'll catch you on Thursday night with Cooley from the Pilfers, and Sunday nights, of course, at Union Park Tavern this week with Nowhere Don't Care from Chicago. I'm just gonna say it like that because it's surf and it's like a bitchy
Well,
thing.
as of right now, they're the only band for that evening.
It'll be a surprise.
It'll be a surprise.
All right. Okay.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.